Hi, I'm Gail and welcome back to lowcarbrecipe.ideas.com. You know, I was so surprised. I make Parmesan crisps, like little crackers, all the time, and I didn't realize that I never shared it with you guys. So today we're just going to make a very simple recipe. It's Parmesan crackers. We're just melting Parmesan to make them little crackers, and they're perfect. You can add spices if you like, but I'm not going to. But I've tried it with Hermir, I like it, pepper, it's your choice. So anyway, we're just going to do the basic. So let's get started and I'll show you how to make it.
Very, very simple recipe. What I've done is I've got an 8-ounce package or 226-gram package of Parmesan cheese, and I've shredded it all. So you can see it's all been shredded. So we're going to just basically take a tablespoon and put it on our silicone mat that I have. And I'm just going to pull this up here for you to see. This is my actual rack for my oven, okay? So I've taken and put my mat on it. This is a very big mat. My husband came home one day. It's called Smart Baking Mat and has all the measurements if you're doing tortillas to make perfect circles or pie crust or whatever. It has all the measurements on. Well, I wanted to make it work in the oven, so I ended up cutting off the edges so it fit perfectly on to my oven rack so that I can put my anything that I'm making, I can put them on and they're not hanging over or any problem like that. And one thing I did find with the silicone mats is that it got smoky like crazy. It doesn't do it as much now, but it sure did when I started using them. So that's all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my tablespoon of Parmesan, little heapings, and I'm going to fill this mat till they're all done, and then we're going to put them in the oven. So I'm going to preheat the oven at 400, and we're going to look between 3 to 5 minutes. It just depends on what my oven feels like doing today, or your oven, because every oven is different in heat. So I'll continue this and I'll be back with you in a minute. So there we go. I've got approximately 33 little crackers, and like I said, we're going to put them in the oven at 400 for between 3 and 5 minutes. It just depends on what my oven decides to do today. I found this worked really, really well doing it this way, and you want to use the middle rack. Here we go. So I took them out of the oven, and I find that they don't get totally crispy, and I don't want them to burn. So I'm just doing a little trick, and I want to share it with you. It's up to you if you want to do this. But what I've done, you can use a bigger frying pan first of all, and I just put them in here in the frying pan on high heat, and I let them cook a little bit longer, and then they are super, super crispy. Because I'm finding in the oven they don't seem to be as crispy as I like them to be, and if I just put them in the frying pan and flip them over, like cook them up, you can even see the difference in them. Like for example, this is, I don't know if you can see that well enough, but that's the look you get by in the oven, and it looks like it's crispy. It's hard, but it's still kind of doughy, and I don't like that. I want them to be really crispy. So I'll just flip them over. See the difference there? See if you can see that. I just flipped that one over and it's kind of whiter, and it's just making it crispier. There we go. And they're beautiful. They are really nice and crispy that way. So I just wanted to share that with you.
Okay, here is my low carb Parmesan crisp. Now this one is the one that I did in the oven. And you have to be so careful in the oven because they burn really easily, I find, more on the edges, and then the center doesn't get done. So I take them out after they've basically melted, and I'm just going to bite into this one. Like it's hard and rubbery. I guess that's how I can describe it. So I didn't put this one in the frying pan. This one, or the rest of them, I put in the frying pan, so I'll just take a bite. They're nice and crunchy. So I highly recommend to really get the perfect crisp. Bake them in the oven so they make their round circles and they're basically cooked. And then put them in a big frying pan and just flip them over, and they will change their colors more of a white, and they really become crispy. I'm sure you can hear the crispiness. They're very good. So if you want to try these, go to lowcarbrecipe.ideas.com, try this recipe and try some of my other ones. You take care, I'll see you soon. Bye now.